everybody. Welcome back to the Bagman Podcast. This is unfortunately only episode 3
Episode 3.
of the back half of the 2024 season.
But that's appropriate because
It's
this
beautiful.
is the third time for our guest.
It's beautiful. Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's Max. So welcome back. November 11th was our last broadcast. We did not promise that we were going to be proficient at putting these out, so I blame you.
We do our best, kids. We do our best.
Yeah, he says that in his loud outfit. That is beautiful.
But he forgot his
Yes.
hat today.
He did.
I did. I forgot my hat. I forgot my jersey.
Yeah.
You were just falling apart.
It was vacation day
Yeah,
for
falling apart.
dress up.
Breaking out the new one.
Got the
First
new
time it's
got the
being
new
seen
merch
in public.
out.
Yep.
Look at that. It's beautiful,
Awesome.
glistening, glowing. There's a nice glowing effect. If you've not watched our broadcast today, Weston went ahead and broadcasted today. It's pretty funny. Mr. Hess does the hot sauce challenge. If you guys have not seen the daily broadcast or the weekly broadcast on Fridays, Weston does a skit that's basically hot sauce challenge. You test the advent calendar you got me last year.
Yeah.
It's the hot sauces from that.
Awesome.
You test them, you rate them for taste, flavor, whatever, and hotness. Today was Mr. Hess's. And he leaned forward in the hot sauce challenge to where you could see his, let's say, non-existent hairline. And Weston put like a glow on it with like an angelic choir behind it. So if you've not had a chance to see that, it is absolutely hilarious. Only mildly offensive.
Yeah.
But I think Weston's playing the national anthem tonight.
Good.
We'll get into that here in a little bit.
Am I loud enough?
I can hear you nice and loudly.
Okay.
I mean, Zach will tell us
Yeah.
in the chat if he can't
Zach,
hear you.
text me.
You're on the same level I am.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe it's the headphones.
volume wise, kids. So it's only been a month and a half since the last one stock. What do we need to catch up on? A lot.
How much can we say?
Well, that's the thing. I think it's public.
It's public.
It's public, so you can go ahead and
Yeah.
announce it at least. Both of them.
Our superintendent and one of our school board members have resigned. The superintendent is technically still active until December 31st, but is not on site. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah,
best way
that's,
to.
yeah. So if anyone knows a good superintendent or school board member, send them our way.
Guys, you can't vote for me.
Max,
Crazy. Yeah, Max.
I
can be our
have
superintendent.
No qualifications for that.
no, you've got a hockey stick. You just whack
Yeah.
people around.
Well, a school board is a public, it's a voted on thing.
Yes.
So there aren't really qualifications for that other than willingness to kind of learn the ropes and do your best,
Right.
right?
But in a situation like this,
It's going to
We-
be appointed.
we had elections a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Now the resignation. So the position will be appointed, and we're stuck with, not stuck, that sounds bad, but that
He
person
said
will sit
stuck
there.
with everyone.
That person will sit in that seat for the next 2 years. until
Yeah,
we have
so the
elections
presidency
again.
will have to move, I would
Right.
imagine, because the
Yeah.
president's the one that resigned.
Correct.
So, me for president, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of a weird situation
Yeah,
with elections so recent.
that's school
Um,
politics.
Yes. Unfortunately, politics are in the schools.
Yes, as bad as real politics sometimes.
Yeah, we might not have a board of education soon, so, or an education department anyway.
No, we've got Carolyn Davis. so-
Hey, that's all you need.
We're fine.
We were trying to put her into the superintendent spot this morning.
Yep.
She wants no part of that. So that's the big news. We'll leave finals for a second.
Okay.
Anything else we need to catch people up on? Peggy loves your rants. She wants more rants.
Yes,
I did talk to her
Okay.
at the last ball game about that.
I've got one rant, Peggy. I hope she's watching.
He's got one rant.
Peggy, are you watching?
Well, I'm assuming she's still at the school because we do have the holiday tournament
Oh,
tonight.
that's right.
And
Yeah, we've got to make this fast because
we do have to make this fast because I've got to be there.
Yeah.
I've got to be there for both games. And on a long school day, it's me leaving the house around 7:15, 7:20, and then getting home about 10 o'clock at night. So it's going to be a long one. We're going to try the huddle out tonight, so this is the big announcement. A lot of you guys already knew that I help out with KISS Country 103.1's broadcast. We provide the video for the Facebook feed. We just kind of stitch Greg and whoever's with him. I'm hoping it's Randy tonight. just because he's local and he doesn't have to drive in the weather.
What weather? It
Yeah.
all stopped.
What weather?
Yeah, it all disappeared. You should have seen it this morning driving on 74.
It's just a mess,
Horrible.
right? Yeah. So they're going to broadcast the games tonight from Covington. So it's Fountain Central at Covington, both boys and girls varsity. Girls are going to play at 6 o'clock. Boys will probably be around 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow night is the championship and consolation games at Attica. They start early. I don't know what time. And then they do like a little break. And then the championship games are at 6 and 8. And that's at Attica tomorrow night. So if you don't want to get out in the weather, feel free to stop by the Facebook page of Kiss Country 103.1 and say hi. That'll be Ked and I providing the video. But usually we have to set up and film with an actual camera. Tonight we're going to try the huddle. So we're going to tie into the huddle feed from Mr. Short's camera and just stay in my classroom. We're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, you might see us running into the girls' game about halftime in a panic and trying to set up really quick. But the sound's already set up. The table's already set up for the broadcast guys. We did that last hour, so we should be good to go. Anything else that you think we should catch up on before we go to the finals schedule, Stock? Is there anything else that you'd like to? You went to a high school hockey game.
Yes.
That'll kind of lead into our theme today.
Yeah. When was that?
A couple weeks ago, right? That was 2 weeks ago.
When was it?
Let me see.
Well, I mean, we haven't
It's
been
on-
live since November 11th. I lose track
It
of
could be
time.
Any day.
It could be any
since
time
then.
in between there.
I know it was on a Wednesday.
That's so random. You're like the Rain Man of hockey games, Stock.
It was a Wednesday, definitely a Wednesday.
It was December 4th. It was Wednesday.
December 4th. Okay. Yeah, a student came up to me and said, if you're not doing anything tonight, come watch my hockey game. And
Yeah.
I did, and it was great.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
Do
had
they do
fun.
concessions at high school hockey games?
No, they didn't. I took my own drink.
BYO drink. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was a red Gatorade that I took.
Oh, nice.
There's some
Yep.
red 40.
Yeah, that's gonna be outlawed soon. RFK is
Is
getting
it?
rid of Red 40. Oh yeah.
Oh,
My
And-
wife and her friends had a red 40 party. So any candy and drinks had red
Is that a
40
real
for- oh,
thing?
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's
they'll
amazing.
They'll find another red, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's what, Red
there's already
5
red
and-
4, red 5, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And yellow 3
I
and
think
all
they're
that.
all bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all terrible for you. They're all made of petroleum, right? It's a coal derivative.
Craig, it's the holiday season. You're supposed to be
Ho,
up
ho,
and chipper.
ho. Coal's part of holiday season. That's what I'm getting in my stocking.
There you go.
Yeah. See, it all ties together. We haven't had any convocations or anything like that.
No.
Basketball season started.
Christmas concert.
Oh, the Christmas
We
concert.
had a really nice Christmas concert.
You know what? I'm gonna directly look into the camera on this one.
Okay.
If you guys had watched the broadcast today, you'd already seen the Christmas concert. We played the whole thing in its entirety on today's broadcast. It's 45 minutes long. We didn't get video of the choir. That's the
Oh.
only thing that we didn't get that we would have liked to have gotten. The way we set things up, we have a PTZ camera, which means pan tilt zoom, so you can control it with a remote control.
Okay.
Weston keeps it in his pocket,
I'll take your word for it.
and he points it up to the crow's nest, or as Nora would call it, the raven's nest, and he moves the camera around. So we have predefined positions. It just didn't work for the choir part.
No.
So there's a static image there created on Inkscape for you guys that you can still listen to them sing, but you just can't see them sing. But that's available. It's on the broadcast. We're planning on putting that up whenever I get a chance. It's already synced and ready to go. But it was on today's weekly broadcast, as well as the Hot Sauce Challenge with Mr. Hess. If you want to do a Hot Sauce Challenge, let Weston know. It'd be fun.
Just anytime.
We've had one above a 2 on hotness. It was the ghost pepper that they just had.
Now, you know my mom was a Spanish teacher, so
Yes. So you have the inherited
yes.
tolerance levels.
Olay.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that works.
So how does that work?
That it doesn't
Mom was
at
a Spanish
all.
Teacher, you're
Yeah.
a French teacher. How does that work?
And you have German ancestry.
Yes. I initially wanted to take German, but our high school German teacher did not have the best reputation. So,
Like the Germans.
well, no.
We
if,
were just following orders.
If you made one mistake, it was an automatic F.
Oh my goodness, are
Yeah.
you serious?
And then you had to go back and fix the whole thing and make it perfect.
Oh my goodness, you should
But-
do that.
I wish.
That's French 5.
But I was at that point in my life where everything your parents do is stupid, so I wasn't going to take Spanish.
Yeah.
And French was the only other one offered.
That's hilarious. How did your mom get into Spanish? Do you know that story? Like initially?
I know it had something to do with Aunt Louise. And
Oh.
Louise is not my real aunt, but she and Mom have known each other
Yeah.
for so long.
Lifelong friend.
Yeah, Aunt Louise.
Sure.
I think Louise forced her into it,
It's a bet.
and then the two of them have just been best friends ever since.
Oh, that's awesome.
They've gone to Mexico together a couple of times when
Oh,
they were in
that's why.
college.
She needed a DD.
Well, I've heard a couple stories that I will not share here, but
Oh, I love it.
I will say this. These were summer trips when they were still in college. Apparently, one of the trains, they were taking the train into Mexico. One of the trains was delayed or canceled or something. So they hopped on a chicken train and rode with chickens all the way into Mexico.
That sounds like
probably
a
didn't smell
folk
very
song.
good.
The chicken
Yeah.
train.
The chicken train.
I love it. Oh, that's fantastic. Mom's lived a
Kids
varied
don't
life.
do those things anymore.
No, they don't get out of bed most of the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, some stories I've got. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we did have the holiday concert.
Yep.
Numbers are small, but sound was big.
Sound was great.
You know, we've had some really good concerts lately.
Yes.
Mr. Hess is doing one heck of a job,
He is.
and I really hope they had a big group for sixth grade. We
Yeah.
really did, and I
Yeah.
hope they continue.
That was good to see.
Because the combined seventh and eighth grade sounded fantastic. They did really did. And if you don't believe me, go check out the broadcast from today. Weston only talks for like 2 minutes, and then it's into like pre-recorded stuff. So just skip ahead if you don't want to hear what was for lunch today. But yeah, awesome job. They sound great. I do want to commend a couple of our guys for what they've been doing above and beyond everything else. So Weston, who I've talked about a lot, and Keegan Freed.
Oh, yeah.
They've banded together and they go to all the girls' basketball games and they play the national anthem, and then they'll play like pep band music between like timeouts and at quarters
Good
and
for
stuff.
them.
They've just decided to do it. They asked other people, they said no, and they said, "Oh, we're going to do it anyway."
Good
But it
for
was
them.
really cool that I went to the girls' game the other night to test some internet stuff for tonight, and they were both playing instruments they don't play. It was so cool. Keegan was playing the trombone,
Oh, wow.
and Weston looked like a mellophone from across the way, but something he doesn't normally play.
Yeah.
Very talented guys, very talented kids, and just a really cool thing that are going out of their way to help somebody else. So I did want to give them a shout out before we get too far ahead.
Can I shout somebody out?
Please do. We want to give as much recognition as possible.
It's a kid I don't have in class, but I think the whole school knows him. Ethan Nemitz.
Yeah.
He's going into the Marines, and he was just awarded some sort of very prestigious Marine award. I don't know exactly what it is.
I knew he was in the running
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, he
Very
got
cool.
it.
That's so awesome.
I think
He's going to fly for the Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Great kid, great family.
Yeah.
More power to him. Hey, congratulations, Ethan. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I don't want to bring sad news into that, so we'll save that for
Well,
rants.
Okay.
That does lead us into this is finals week.
Yep. Finals.
How have your finals gone, Stock?
On my end, fine. On the kids' end, everything's been as expected.
Okay.
So by finals, you know your kids.
Yes.
And so finals are basically just a hoop to jump through.
A formality.
A formality.
Yeah.
So if a kid gets a grade that is disparate from what you would expect, then you stop and think, okay, what's going on?
Why did this happen? Yeah.
But I haven't seen any of that.
Okay.
I tell the kids it's just another test.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never like the term "I'm a bad test taker."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I am a bad test taker.
I just think you're bad at preparing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Did you ever do projects instead of finals?
When I went to Danville, I did. They had houses, so I was in the new
Oh,
tech
yeah, yeah.
house, so everything was project-based learning. And
Very
we had
nice.
computers and every little small laptops.
Did you
and
prefer
everything.
that?
It depended on my group that I was
Yeah.
stuck with.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, a lot of times it was one or two people out of a group of 5 doing the work. So.
Yep.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. It was
That's
a
how it
change of
usually
pace.
is.
That's how it breaks
Yeah,
down in
I
a
mean-
group of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, I did ace a final though. It was minority literature.
Oh,
Yeah. And the
interesting.
teacher did not like me, so she was super mad that I aced her final.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Very cool. And now you'll have a story to tell.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite work in that class? A favorite work of literature?
To be honest, I don't really remember them. That's a long time ago now. That's 12 years ago now.
I graduated college in '94. I still remember a couple of the things.
You
I
guys hear
read.
that? You guys hear that? 1994.
'94 on a Sunday even.
I was not even a year old yet.
Well, you would have been welcome to come anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Do you have a favorite piece of minority literature, Stock?
I'll say this: On Being Brought to America from Africa by Phyllis Wheatley.
Okay.
She was an African American slave who was a slave in the North. And we don't really think of the Northern slaves as slaves because they lived in the houses and they were butlers and maids and things like that.
Sure.
We generally think of slaves as working in the field, but the North had servant slaves as well.
Well, they still had sharecroppers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from her perspective, she learned English, she became a Christian, and so being a slave was the greatest thing that ever happened to her.
It's interesting.
So it was a really good, and we contrasted that with Frenot's To Sir Toby, which was a letter to a very vicious,
I would help, but I have no idea
Like-
where you're going.
field overseer.
Oh, like
Yeah,
a boss.
supervisor,
kind of. Yeah.
boss. Yeah. He was very vicious to the slaves who worked for him. And contrasting those two was unreal to
Yeah.
see that one was so vicious and the other thought it was so wonderful.
Yeah. Well, different experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Mine would be, Black Rednecks and White Liberals by Thomas Sowell. Fantastic piece of work. Everyone should read it. Thomas Sowell's a genius.
Phyllis Wheatley.
Phyllis Wheatley. Apparently, Phyllis Wheatley's great as well. Finals, we do mostly project-based learning in computer sciences. We did presentations for our final. We did them on the big screen in the NPR with wireless microphones and sound
That's
and
why
all
the
that.
stuff was set up.
Yeah, just
Okay.
briefly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I peeked in there and saw the things. set up.
Yeah, sorry, there was confusion. I made sure there wasn't going to be anybody in the NPR this time, and well, I only have one kid that needs to retake stuff
Mhm.
that missed because he was legitimately sick.
Yeah. I have one kid who needs to make something up.
Yeah. Other than that,
Yep.
pretty decent. Okay, that leads us to the rant, Stock. You were scribbling furiously before we started.
I've got 2 rants.
Only 2?
Peggy, enjoy.
Peggy is here. She is in the
Hi,
chat.
Peggy.
Yes. Peggy's in the chat.
One of my very first rants on our early podcast was the lids of McDonald's cups.
Oh, they've not gotten any better.
They haven't.
No.
I had a problem with the lid at Panera today.
Oh,
See?
man. It's the lid companies.
But even worse now, our McDonald's here they have different owners. They're owner operated and they've changed owners.
Correct.
And the straws have gotten worse. It's not just the lids now, it's the straws.
Not possible.
McDonald's used to have those thick white straws that had the red and yellow stripes
Yeah,
on
and
them.
now
on
they're clear.
opposite sides.
Now
yeah.
they're those clear, flimsy things. You try to stick it in the cup and the whole thing collapses.
That's fair. Yeah, that is worse. I don't use straws.
Get it
so
together, McDonald's.
I avoid straws.
McDonald's used to be voted best straw in the whole market. And
Yeah?
now look at them.
I saw that the top of the fast food market had a shakeup as well.
Who is it?
Chick-fil-A is no longer number one.
Really?
It is Del Taco.
Are you
is,
kidding
is
me?
the number one in customer satisfaction.
I don't know. Have you ever had Dave's Hot Chicken?
Dave's Hot Chicken's pretty fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Although it throws you for a loop because the mild is red.
Yeah,
And,
that's fair.
and the spicy one looks like a normal chicken
That's
strip.
fair. Yeah. It's a psychological warfare kind of thing.
It is. It really is.
That's
I've
fair.
I've never had his chicken.
It's pretty good.
I've never had his chicken.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
I'm not a huge Chick-fil-A person. I like Zaxby's better. My
Okay.
wife
I would
my wife will die on that
much
hill that
prefer-
Chick-fil-A is better, but I
No,
disagree.
no. Has she had Zach sauce?
Oh yeah.
And, and
so
she
when
still
we-
holds to that with
so
the
when-
Texas toast and everything.
Yeah. So when we
Dude.
travel down south, we go to South Carolina every year.
Sure.
I go out of my way to find a Zaxby's and go. And
Well, absolutely. There's one in Indianapolis.
there is, but it's
Yeah.
all the way on the north side.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So
It's worth it.
we took the Pennyrile down a couple years ago,
Okay.
and I drove all the way to the other side of Evansville to go to Zaxby's, like 20 minutes out of our way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't blame
Why
you one
wouldn't
bit.
Yeah, so she's just about it.
It
But I like
has
the, I
gotten
like the sauce way
significantly
better.
more expensive.
Oh, everything has.
Everything has.
Well,
Yeah.
back to McDonald's. My meal at McDonald's, I always get a McChicken, a medium fry, and a large drink. Used to be $5.15.
Yeah, no longer.
It's $9 now.
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
they blamed the fry shortage on the $5 meal at McDonald's. They had to close a factory down, or they were threatening to close a fry factory down because they couldn't keep up with production because of the $5 meal. I mean, it's a very flimsy argument.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the old Arby's 5 for 5?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Now it's what, 2 for 7?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Do you ever use the McDonald's app?
I have it, and I keep forgetting that it's cheaper on there.
Yeah.
But
Significantly.
if I'm in the drive-through, I'm not gonna.
a dollar,
I don't know my code or whatever it is.
$1
but-
for 10 nuggets once a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's worth getting nuggets once a week.
I frequent the McDonald's in Attica now, so
Oh,
Okay.
So you're still waiting.
no, it's not really bad. I mean, we go in and sit.
I'll be
so-
there. I'll be there tomorrow night after the games. So please,
Yeah, they'll have
please don't do anything to
they'll
my
have
food.
pitchforks when you walk in.
Exactly. No, they were really nice last time I was there. Really
Okay.
cordial.
Yeah.
So they had a huge line too. It was after a game.
Yeah.
It's the only time I go to Attica when I'm forced to.
Well, they've now got Taco Bell. Has that?
I don't think it's as
Shifted.
busy as they were expecting, but I frequent it. They have
Well-
the $7 box right now, the Decades box,
The
and it
problem
is
is
so
you
worth the money.
If you already have a Mexican restaurant, Taco Bell's really not going to be at the top of your list to go.
Well, I don't consider Taco Bell Mexican food.
What?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
for me,
It's nice, quick.
yeah.
It really is. It's a nice, quick meal. $7. You get 3 burrito style things, whatever you want to call them, and a drink and another side like nachos. Like it's a nice little meal for $7, considering you're spending 10 to 15 at any other place.
I would get the pintos and cheese.
That's,
but
that's
for
why you're
me,
wrong.
Like in Danville, Sol Del Mar is closer than Taco Bell for me, so
That's
I'll just
fair.
call in an order and go
That's
to Sol
fair.
Del Mar.
I would
Yes.
much rather go to the taco truck in Crawfordsville, but it's it's out of the way.
That's Sol Del Mar. That was a good meal.
It was. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Very good.
Stock, I have a feeling you have more rants.
I have one more.
Okay,
We have the basketball games this weekend.
we do. Yes.
My rant is the last 2 minutes of any basketball game.
Last two takes like 10 minutes.
Oh,
or
yeah.
more.
You used to time it. Do you still time it?
I haven't recently.
Okay.
I timed it once. What are the innings usually?
In high school, 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 minutes. It took them 28 minutes to play the fourth quarter of a basketball game.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Just start at the fourth quarter.
Football's worse.
Yeah, football is worse.
I-
With especially if they have timeouts to burn at the end. Oh, that's awful.
No, that's the whole problem.
Yeah.
If someone has the ball and they're running towards the basket, let them go. Just let them play the game.
Well, I think that's why they changed the foul rule in high school. So like you get 5 fouls per quarter now, and once you get to 5, it's the double bonus. So it's 2 shots every time. There's no 1-and-1 anymore, and it resets every quarter. So they're trying to eliminate that, but it's just not working yet.
I'm sticking to it.
Are you going tonight?
Those last 2 minutes are stupid.
Are you going tonight?
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, there's a pizza party up in my room, Stock. If you want to try the jalapeno popper pizza from Casey's, it'll be up here in my room. We're going to try to do it from up here. Like I said, if it doesn't work, we're going to run.
Peggy, are you working the ticket table?
Well, we'll have to wait for a
Yeah.
response. I'll leave it up here. Yeah, girls' game starts at 6. Boys' game starts around 8. I would show up a little earlier. We're going to be on normal sides. So I talked to Mr. Taylor last hour. He said, I think I'm still on Stock's camera. There we go. He said that
I
we're
was
going with
trying to
regular.
sit pretty.
We're going with regular setup. I don't think there's dance team or guard or anything like that. Peggy is taking tickets tonight.
Yay.
Yeah.
Everyone go see Peggy tonight.
Yes, go see Peggy. They've already got your table set up, Peg. So I'm assuming you're going to be on the west end like you were last time. I'll see you as I walk through. Don't charge me, please. Yeah, come out to the games. Support your team, support your kids, grandkids, whatever. Support the community. As Mrs. Smalt said, the school is the community is the school.
Yes.
So by coming out and supporting this, you're supporting everybody. It's a fun atmosphere. We have a lot of people that put a lot of effort into this and volunteer hours and stuff like that. So it is a fun time. Come out. But if you can't come out, watch Kiss Country 103.1 on Facebook. That was my ASMR of the. Yeah, no, we get some cool views. It's a really cool thing to see community coming together. It's mostly WRC people anyway, and supporting their people.
You know, it'd be a real cool camera view for that.
What's
is
that?
If you got a camera mounted above on each end.
above the basket. We've been looking at GoPros. So
Well,
we
yeah,
have been looking at
that'd
them.
be awesome.
Yeah. They do create a wireless signal that you can connect to a phone or we've actually done that. We did that yesterday because Mr. Wheeler and I have been looking at cameras for football. So yes, that is an option that we're looking into, and we already have the equipment. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Cool things are coming.
Are we ready for the Thunderdome?
We're ready for the Thunderdome.
Okay,
So
can I
you
introduce
can
it?
please introduce it.
Okay.
You know more about it than I do. Oh
No,
man.
no, I'm introducing it.
Oh man.
What's this? What's this? You think I don't know the law? Wasn't it me who wrote it? And I say that this man has broken the law. Right or wrong? We had a deal. And the law says, bust a deal, face the wheel.
This was a mistake. Oh, I love it.
And what movie is that from?
That no, who's the person? Who's the person?
Tina Turner.
Yes, of course it
Say
is.
it's not Breeze Denise. So.
No.
It is Tina Turner inside the Thunderdome.
Inside the Thunderdome.
Oh my
So,
gosh, that's
and
hilarious.
Today in the Thunderdome, we have our third time with Max.
Yeah.
Max Thurman, everyone.
Yeah.
Here, get the camera on him.
Well, I can't see anything. There's a giant green button. So we should be switched. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're there.
Okay. So what's going on? We heard
Oh.
we heard that there's news
There's lots of news.
and we got new merch.
New
Yep.
merch, first
New-
time being seen.
Look at that.
Yep.
Isn't that sharp? That looks good on camera.
Well, we remember that Max helps organize what used to be the Danville Pickup Hockey League.
That was the name of our page, so we just changed to the team name, which is the Danville Flyers.
The Danville
but you
Flyers
can still
then.
search in Danville,
Danville
Pickup Hockey League,
Flyers.
and it'll pop up.
But officially, you're the Flyers.
Yep.
Right? With
Yes.
new stuff.
Yep.
And
new
it looks
jerseys.
great.
That
Yeah.
does look nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They look a
great.
lot better than last year.
You're still
And
24.
sponsor. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and a sponsor too. Who's your sponsor?
Watchfire Signs.
Yeah.
Well, that
Shout
was
out.
so that's our main one. We have a lot of people that donate to us.
Yeah.
Can't remember all of them off the top of our head, but
There
we're
will be a
very
list
appreciative
somewhere.
'cause We're 100% self-funded on this, so we reach out to people in the community
Mhm.
and they donate to us and give us the funding to allow us to put these games on. So
Yep. And you don't keep the money because you've got a charity for tomorrow night's game. A game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Indiana time, 7 o'clock Illinois time.
Yep.
And your charity is?
the Cannon Place in Danville. So they help military veterans out. It's Military Appreciation Night. We did a game for them last year, and we had a very successful year last year. We didn't going into it. We didn't think we could pull it off, and it was pretty cool. Very successful. They were able to supply 8 months worth of goods for their pantry to
Oh,
help
that's
veterans
awesome.
out, and then along with planting gardens so they could have produce and
How cool is
everything.
that?
So yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah. That's awesome.
pretty heartwarming to know you're helping people out.
Now,
So,
tomorrow night when people get there, I'm sure you'll have money collection boxes.
yep. So it's
Do you
free.
want? Yeah. Do you want anyone to bring canned goods or anything?
No, no offense to anybody that brings these canned goods, but a lot of times you get expired canned goods. So it's easier for them if it's free admission to every game, but we do accept donations if you feel generous. So, but yeah, so no, they prefer donations so then they can stock their pantry.
Okay.
But yeah, so
That's awesome.
yeah, so it should be a good time.
That's great.
We usually put on a good show. So.
Stock, my grandma didn't believe in expiration dates.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, Alan Lape says there's a suggestion, even on lunch meat.
It's true. It's so true.
It's
Have
not.
I ever told you the hostess story?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You're on.
His grandma, Marilyn,
Yeah.
who was a wonderful lady.
I've only heard this story once.
She
it
a
was
wonderful-
recently.
Wonderful lady.
Yeah.
I love her to death. I'm not
Yeah.
criticizing her.
Go to Maryland's Village.
Yes, go to Maryland's Village. When Y2K was coming up, she was stocking up on everything. And then 2 years later, she still had all this stuff in her basement. So I was there visiting with Ryan, Brad, John Mark, that
Chris,
crew.
Lucas, all those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
And we're down in the basement, and she's got all of these hostess boxes. And Ryan said, "Yeah, if you want one, just take one." So I pull out a ho-ho, take a bite, pull it back, and there's a little larva wiggling at me.
Smiling.
So I spit it out.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Ugh. Well, that's like with lunch meat. You have the sell-by date, and about
Yeah.
a week after that, I call it slick meat because it
Oh,
gets
yeah.
slimy.
Still good.
And oh no,
yeah,
I
still
can't
good.
do
That's
it.
what the bread's for.
Ugh.
Takes the slime off.
Ugh. Can't do it.
If you throw a little mayo on there, you'll never be able to tell.
I don't eat mayonnaise.
Oh my goodness!
Ugh.
Hey, big mayonnaise announcement, stock. They now sell Duke's mayonnaise down at the county market.
Really?
Yes, in squeeze bottle and in like jar form.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the best news, and it's on sale right now, guys. $3.99
County Market sale on Duke's.
on Duke's mayonnaise. I think it's just because they
But
just
you
now got it.
said you get a McChicken at McDonald's.
Yeah, I get it with only cheese. It's delicious. Don't knock it.
Well, that's wrong on multiple fronts.
Oh no, it's great.
So you have to add cheese and
Take off
subtract mayonnaise.
Lettuce and
No, yeah,
mayonnaise.
you just tell them you want it with only cheese.
Oh,
It's great.
this is how communism starts.
I add mustard and pickle.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well,
plain
that's
Jane.
wrong as well. I don't change anything on anything there. You guys are doing a great job. Please don't deform my sandwiches.
Who are you playing tomorrow night?
So
Yeah.
Champaign United. So it's a mix of firefighters and police officers from the Champaign area.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So I've played with a few of the guys. I did a tournament with a bunch of different guys and girls from the area. We went to a Pucks for Autism tournament in Chicago over the summer. So that was really cool.
Very neat.
Very neat experience. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, we know a couple people on the Champaign County Sheriff's Department, but they are not skaters. I can't imagine them being skaters.
I tell you what, some of those guys are pretty big too.
Yeah, they're pretty
They
strong
really are.
dudes.
Yeah, they are.
And when they played them last year,
Yeah, we scored with 0.9 seconds left to win. So that was
See?
it
Yeah.
was a very energetic.
Is that the one I
game to
didn't make it
watch.
to?
Yes.
0.9 seconds
Bummer.
left. But we have our team's a little different this year. So
Mhm.
I think we've made a couple of good pickups, which this week, just this week alone, we've had people get hurt or get sick, or
That's how it goes.
one went back to Canada for the holidays.
Oh,
Yes, but
Canadians.
yes, a
Yeah.
guy last night. So we played last night, just pick up practice, whatever you want to call it. And he wasn't wearing elbow pads, and he fell. And I'll show you the picture. He has 6 stitches in his elbow.
Oh my goodness.
It was nasty. It was very nasty.
Ice unforgiving.
the elbow is not something you want to break.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
awful.
I mean, it was
horrible.
split pretty good.
Wow.
So he's out of the starting lineup.
He's out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awful.
So he's not playing. But we may have a special guest in his spot.
Ooh, I
Is
like
it
it.
Craig?
It's definitely not me. I'll be at Attica. But if
So-
you do, hey,
Okay.
great opportunity here,
Yeah.
guys.
You
If
guys
you
just
do
have
want to
come the
go,
game to see.
you said 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right?
Right.
Yep. So doors actually open at 7 Indiana time. We usually take the ice 6:30 for warm ups.
Okay.
There's always music playing, and
It's a
first
fun atmosphere.
50 in the door get free popcorn.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
So it's a fun atmosphere. Also, great opportunity to check out Facebook 103.1 page. You can watch the championship games and you can watch Max play at the same time.
Yep. On our page, we live stream every game.
There we go. Hey, do it to it. You can go either place and still support them.
Yeah.
Danville Flyers hockey.
Yep.
I love it. And that's what it is, right?
Yep.
Very cool. Guys, what an opportunity. What an opportunity.
Should I give my Netherlands story now?
Please give your. You said you had one. I've never heard this. I don't
Because
think.
you have a player from the Netherlands, right?
The Dashers, the pro team.
Oh, the
do.
Dashers.
Yep.
Okay.
Since the Dashers are back this year, so
Okay.
Welcome back, Dashers.
In French, the word for the Netherlands is Pays-Bas. It's 2 words, Pays-Bas, lowlands. So PB. I was over in France with a group of kids. Our art teacher was showing them around the city, and it was one of the World Cup years. So every outdoor cafe had these giant TVs where everyone was watching games. And we walked by one, and they just put the initials of the teams. We knew what one was, but the other team was PB. And Pam and I looked at each other like, PB? Who's PB? And we just could not figure it out. About 20 minutes later, it hit me because we were thinking peanut butter because we were both Americans,
and hungry.
and probably. But then it hit me about 20 minutes later, and I screamed from like 2 blocks away, Pam, it's Pays-Bas!
And everyone looked at you like you were crazy.
Probably.
Yes. I love it. But guys, lots of stuff to do this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities to get out, do something, support a cause.
Yep.
You can hang out with me eating jalapeno popper pizzas in my classroom. Or you can get out and go. You guys are playing at the Civic Center. Is that what they call it still?
David S. Palmer Arena.
Is that what it
Civic
is?
Center. Yeah.
Okay. David S.
So.
Palmer Arena. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Should be a good time.
Should be a great time.
Yeah, stock was at every game last year. Oh,
Just
almost
about,
every game.
Just
Yeah.
about.
It was a good time.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah, it was a blast. We took the kids a bunch of times. It was a really fun
Yeah.
time.
Yep. And the little kids will be playing again in intermission.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yep.
And there are Covington kids that play in that.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
And then you can buy the little foam chuck-a-pucks and try to
that's
win a
right. I
prize.
forgot
so,
about that.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never won anything.
You didn't tell me your number.
Are the Crawleys going to be there?
I would assume.
Okay.
They usually go.
You
I'll
just
look
need to
for
start a cheer before it. Stock, what's your number? I'm 74. Pick it.
That's Benton Berger's dad's number.
Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh.
He's now the oldest one on the team.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out, Chad.
Oh, I love it. So people you know probably are playing.
Yeah, it's I
one way
mean-
or another. Yep.
Yeah, most of everybody's from the community. We have a few guys that go to DAC that started coming out and play
Sure.
with us. A couple from Canada, so kind of
Very cool.
Some cool accents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had my only hockey story from when I went to DAC. If you guys didn't know, I did go to Dan Valeri Community College. We had one of the hockey players from the Red Wings back when they were the Wings. We said, "Hey, don't you play hockey?" He goes, "Yeah, well, I used to." What do you mean? Well, I'm suspended right now. Why are you suspended, Luke? I had a call against me, and I went after the ref. What do you mean you went after the ref? Well, I threw a punch. You threw a punch? No, I landed a punch on the ref. I'm currently suspended for a couple weeks. Oh, okay. So we won't go.
Well, I will say they are charity games, but there's some bad blood and some tension from last year. With
It
some
can
of the
get a
guys
little
that are playing.
chippy. Yes.
Yeah, it probably will. There's a guy that's playing. He played at the U of I, and most of us guys, they just wear the visors.
Sure.
And that's fine. But this guy wears the full cage and runs his mouth.
For a reason.
He's hiding behind a cage. Yes, and he got one of our guys kicked out of a game last year. So
Oh.
there's some rolling over tension there.
Oh, boy.
So.
Oh boy, there always is.
Yep.
Gonna be something. If it's not something, it's something else. Stock, anything else for the speed? Hey, have you done the new speed round? Has Max done the new speed round?
New speeder?
I forget what the new speed round is.
Well, we never
Wait,
settled
Craig,
on a fifth
did-
question.
Did Stock tell you about the new pizza place we took him to?
No.
over
I've not
summer?
heard about a new pizza place. Please tell me.
Well,
It was-
it's I don't know if it's new, but it's new to him.
It was
Okay.
in Champaign,
Okay.
and you walk in, and there are tables,
Okay.
and then you order pizza, and they bring it to you, and it was good
What?
pizza.
And it's not Zaz because Zaz is closed.
And then there's a little ice cream counter right over there,
Gelato.
Okay.
gelato counter.
Oh, it's fancy ice cream.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it was
So what's this place?
Brick Oven Pizza. Pizzeria
Oh, okay.
Antica.
Okay.
It's very good, and they have
What
bread
part of town's that?
and oil.
Yeah.
and all this so good.
What part of town's it?
Downtown. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
good.
not far from Black Dog Barbecue.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Seven Saints and all that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
The worst part of that was finding a place to park.
Pretty busy place.
Well, my wife
Oh no.
doesn't agree with some of my driving. So
Leave it at that.
yeah. How many times do we go around the block? 3.
Multiple.
Multiple blocks too.
Oh no. Uh-oh. But pretty good quality.
Oh yeah,
Really enjoyed it.
yeah.
It's hard to beat a
Different-
brick oven.
Different
Yeah.
flavors,
Yeah.
different choices,
Okay.
but really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. Sounds good. Did you remember the speed round questions? I mean, we've only had 3 shows. And we're not going to promise to do better again.
We've done what brought you to Covington.
Yep, we've done that. Well, we don't have the new question.
No.
I don't
What
remember.
are
What
some of the options?
I don't remember what we decided last. You didn't like the voice one?
No, I don't like that voice one.
Yeah, I know. You're opposed
But
to the
if
voice
that's
one.
the only one we can think of.
No, the non-conventional weapon.
Okay.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Shoot, we had like 7 options. I can't
Yeah.
remember any of them now.
Okay. We'll give you 2: weapon and voice.
Yeah.
If you were going into battle, what non-conventional weapon would you take?
That's the one we asked Danny last time.
That's tough.
Hockey stick.
I don't know. These new ones break so easy.
And the way he's talking,
I broke one the other night.
the way he's talking, that's a conventional weapon over
See?
at David S.
The
Palmer.
quality
No.
goes down. We've got worse straws, worse hockey.
Yeah, they get more expensive and the
hockey
quality
things.
goes
Yeah.
down.
There you go.
I used it twice and it broke.
You need a McDonald's straw stick. that's just white with a red stripe down one side and a yellow stripe down the other.
It collapses when you try to hit anything.
I don't know, non-conventional weapon. I'll say a dart gun. No, those are kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, there
blow
we go.
dart, blow dart. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
neat.
like that. What was the other one? You don't like the voice one, though.
No, I don't.
You can skip that.
But I don't remember how it's phrased.
If you could switch the sounds that two animals make,
Oh, yeah.
which two animals would you choose?
I don't like this one.
Ooh, man, I don't know. A dog that barked like a bird would be kind of cool. A little different.
That would be
It'd throw you off too.
Oh, that's new information. Speaking of dog, you've seen the new Superman trailer.
Yes.
Max, have you seen the new Superman trailer?
Nah,
You
I
have-
wasn't really into Superman.
Neither was I.
You should
I
see
can't
it.
stand him as a character.
So I just
Yeah.
got into
This one's
superhero movies,
amazing.
Like what?
This even
6 years
interests
ago?
me.
Dude.
I am anti-Superman
Yes.
all day.
Just as an idea.
Yes. But
As
you
in,
need to see this trailer.
Okay.
It's really good.
Do you want the explanation of as an idea? I don't like Superman because he is an alien. If you didn't know, spoiler alert, Superman's an alien. And
He took
hi-
our jobs.
well, yes. So his portrayal of how fragile and weak humanity is Clark Kent. And he's always sick and he's always bumbling and he's always looking
Goofy,
like
yeah.
goofy and all this kind of stuff.
Messed up
That's how
hair.
he sees humanity to try to blend in with humanity. And then him as an alien is, jacked, huge. He's got his hair like gelled and then the curl, like the spit curl and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but he
apparently
sees-
humans can't gel their hair.
Yeah, he sees humanity as weak, right? That's kind of my complaint with Superman as a character, and why I, growing up, chose Marvel so much because they were more relatable.
So I just got into Marvel movies like
Yeah.
6 years ago.
I would say Marvel movies
wife
are way
and I
more
got together.
relatable. Somebody like Spider-Man, right? He's in
Yeah.
high school, he gets picked on, he gets bullied by Flash Thompson and all that kind of stuff.
Tony Stark.
All
Yeah,
you have to
yeah, exactly.
watch is
Elon
Ant-Man.
Musk is the real Tony Stark, by the way.
That's who they based him on in
Ant-Man.
the new Iron Man movies,
All you have to watch is Ant-Man.
I like Paul Rudd.
except for the
Yeah.
third one.
Yeah, don't watch the third
Dude,
one.
Quantumania was so
So
good.
unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I do not consider Batman a superhero.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a vigilante.
he's just a rich, crazy dude.
Yeah, there's no superpowers.
But he is the world's greatest detective.
Yeah, he's got a super-powered mind.
Well, that's the thing. Like, at what intelligence level do you count it as a superpower? Because Reed Richards is obviously smart enough to be considered, without his stretchy ability, a superhero, right? Tony Stark is just crazy smart.
But he's a jerk.
He is a jerk and an alcoholic in the comics, but
See, I didn't care for him.
you don't care for Tony Stark as a character.
No,
That's the saddest thing.
Which
in
which
the-
one?
any of them. Plus, in the old
It's my
Iron
wife's
Man
celebrity
comic
crush.
books,
Any of them?
when I was a teenager, the old Iron Man comic books, it looks like he was just wearing pajamas.
Well, he was. They're iron pajamas.
Yeah.
The Iron Curtain.
No, I guess it was really hard back in the 80s to get that kind of steel look
Yeah.
or
They,
metal look.
they had a lot of coloring issues back in the
Yeah.
60s and 70s
But it
comics.
just looked like pajamas, and
Well,
I
that's-
thought that looks stupid.
well, yeah,
That's why the
but-
Hulk
well,
was gray.
Back in
Because
all
they
the
couldn't
old
print
movies
green.
they did. Because what was it with the Wizard of Oz? Didn't with the asbestos snow and the
Mhm,
lead
mhm.
paint for what was it, Tin
the
Man?
Tin Man,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really good for you.
Yeah.
Really good for you to breathe in.
Yeah, I hear it has a sweet flavor.
We know that now. That's what I sweeten my coffee with in the morning. Asbestos.
Well,
Ethan-
you do as best as you can.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm being texted to come home before the games.
Okay.
So, is there anything else you guys want to point out before we head out? I do want to give another shout out to tomorrow night's hockey game. Tomorrow night.
Yep. Tomorrow night.
Doors
Park-
open at 7 Indiana time.
Yep. 7 Indiana time. 6
Parking in the bank parking lot.
Illinois. So yeah, there's the bank parking lot,
Yep.
and then there's the parking lot right across to the north.
Yes.
Or for some of the Dashers hockey games, I've been parking in town center. It's not that much further of a walk. You
Is
just
that
walk-
the old county market?
Yep.
That's where we parked.
Yep.
So if you do want to park in the county market parking lot or wherever it's called now, Save a Lot.
town center?
whatever.
I just call it town center.
Yeah. It is lit.
Yep.
So you can park underneath
It
a
is.
pole. Your car's
easy to
lit
get in
the
and
whole
out of.
time. Super easy to get in and out of. There's municipal buildings across the street. It's a pretty okay place to park. You're only like a block away from everything anyway.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I got one small rant there then, because that reminded me.
let's
Oh,
get it.
So I
Yeah.
I bought a new car this year.
Okay.
Look at this
First
guy.
ever new car. And so that Old National Bank there, I
Mhm.
went to the ATM to get some money. Didn't realize, don't know why you'd have the curb go straight left right after.
Oh, perfect.
And I curbed my car so bad.
Perfect.
It
Did
had-
you bend the rim?
No,
Oh,
but they're black, and now half of it is not.
Non-matching?
Yeah,
Just leave it there.
It
yeah.
about made me sick.
Oh, I
But
bet.
why would you have a curb go straight left right after that?
This doesn't
Literally
make any
right after
sense.
you get out. Yeah,
Oh, that's wild.
none at all.
Forget
And
that.
Is that why you
Engineers.
is that why you tinted your windows so nobody could see that you were driving?
No, I
this?
felt like a museum exhibit. That thing's small. Don't have a truck anymore. First time since I've had my license, I don't have a truck, and yeah, I felt like a museum exhibit.
That's fair. That is fair. Stock,
Okay.
do you have anything you want to call out? What's coming up? Oh, Digs and Dudes, the 14th of January. If you're wanting to sign up for Digs and Dudes,
Yes.
the volleyball game,
Yes.
that's about all I've heard of it.
Yes.
I don't know if you have any information, but that's about all I've heard. Is
Kids
the
were
14th of
supposed to
January.
sign up in the office with a shirt size.
And money, right?
Hopefully have the money now, but if they have to pay after break,
Okay.
they can do that.
That's something I wish we could get more investment in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really cool opportunity for, a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a good time there.
Well, it's like what Randy Tolley always lamented. How do you get the kids who don't do anything to do something?
And that's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Just be part of something.
Yeah.
But that's coming up next month. Hopefully we'll have another podcast by then.
Hey,
No
I-
promises.
Hey, if you
I'm not
don't,
making
in,
promises.
in 2 weeks, January 4th, we have another game. So
Oh, January 4th, everyone.
Yep.
Max
Same
version
times.
4.
yeah. So
Same Dasher time, same Dasher channel.
yep, same time, same place.
Do you
I
know
love
the
it.
charity for that one?
The Humane Society.
Okay.
So
Oh, nice.
Last year we did the Humane Society. They brought a couple dogs
Yes.
down, and they got adopted.
Oh,
from
that's
the game.
awesome.
Yeah, they did.
How
of them had
cool
a
is
bro-
that?
I think
Great.
one of them had a broken leg during that,
Oh,
but they were on the ice for the puck
Sympathy.
drop and everything.
Sympathy dog.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was just wearing a
was
cast. It didn't really have a broken leg.
awesome. Yeah,
It needs someone to nurse it back to health. And it could be you. But I went to that game. That was a
Yeah.
fun one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
and
really
Stock
good
maybe
time.
they'll bring a cat. You can go with the new cat.
Yeah. Bring one of your cats.
My rule is only 2 cats, and I already have 3.
See,
He's already broken his own
I've
rule.
broken my own rule.
well, sometimes you have to compromise, like I did. My wife had a cat. She wanted 2 cats. I said no. We compromised, and she had 2 cats for a while. So
That's the compromise.
Yep.
But you still have your dog.
yes, so we did. Yeah.
How's he doing?
Oh, annoying as always. We were told at like 3 years old he would settle down, and he's 4 now and has not.
Yeah,
so-
that never works.
No,
the
he
way you
gained
want it to.
13 pounds over the last
Oh
year,
my gosh.
so he's up to 73 now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big dog.
Yes,
And he has this really cool underbite.
Oh, yeah.
he's a boxer, so he's got.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Always looks like he's scared. He owes you money, and you're gonna ask for it.
I love it. Those are some of the cutest dogs.
Yeah.
The ones that have the little specialness to them.
Yeah.
Anything you want to call out, Stock, coming up?
I do have a question for Max, but I'll ask it.
No,
after
go
we're
ahead.
done.
We're good.
No, it'll embarrass him.
Oh, well, then you have to ask it.
When are you having little Maxes and little Sarahs?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe talk. I don't know. Maybe in the next year or so.
Okay.
We'll see.
So by the next podcast, we're going to have.
no. See, that's the thing. We like being. We call it dinkwads.
Yeah.
Dual income, no kids with a dog.
Yep. Yep.
It's great. We can come and go as we please.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. We have nieces, or a niece and 2 nieces and a nephew now. So we're the fun aunt and uncle.
You can spoil them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Perfect.
And then you can send them back.
Yep.
That's the best part,
Exactly.
right?
Give them a sugar rush and send them home.
Yep. See you guys later.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
We'll close her down. Thanks for being up with us live, Peg. I'll see you in like a half hour.
Merry
I guess.
Christmas, Peggy.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. We're going to shut her down. We will see you guys next time. Later.
See ya.